There have been great armorers of the past. Sure, we have Destro McCullen of famous Mars Industries. We have 𝐁𝐥𝐚𝐜𝐤 𝐆𝐞𝐧𝐠𝐡𝐢𝐬 of Extensive Enterprises. Even Lucius Fox with one Bruce Wayne as clientele. But probably the best armorer and supplier that we all know and love is no other than Mark Vuncannon and the Vuncannons of Gridiron Studios, aka Gridiron Props. And today, to kick off Yojo June, we are joined by no less than that armorer and one of my personal favorites, my brother from the Terror Drome, Tony's Figs. Folks, you're watching Black Genghis Live. Welcome to Black Genghis Live. Please welcome members of the esteemed panel. We have one Tony's Figs, Anthony Romo. What's up, bro?
What's up, baby? How you guys doing?
Doing good. And of course, the man, the myth, and legend himself, Mark Vuncannon of Gridiron Studios. How's it going, good sir?
Good, man. Always good to be on. Absolutely. Thanks for having us.
Thank you. Thank you. We've been talking about doing this for a very long while. In fact, last year we had a very important conversation that I'm grateful for that really led to kicking off this channel once and for all. So I appreciate you for that, man.
Oh, good, man. Good. You deserve it.
Thanks, man. Thank you. And, you know, we're about to have a lot of fun. Let's haul at the chat real quick. Angry Elf, thanks for joining us, man. Todd Franks, welcome to Black Genghis Live. Hedgehog, let's go. Yes, let's go. Indeed. DJ Five Ash, as always. What's up, man? Chad, okay. Yes, we're going to get the party started. Look, man, you know, we're big fans of Gridiron over here. Oh, yeah. Like, this might as well be our battle flag that we fly whenever we go to conventions and whatnot, right? So you've had an incredible release with the VAMP series, and we can go ahead and really get into it. We have the roll cage, the door gunner, driver's side, the rear gunner, the recon roof rack with all that detail. Look at that, and the front end. So with these, what was some of the impetus of like really getting this stuff together and saying like, we got this VAMP coming out? What can we really do with this? Like, what was the seed that kicked this off?
Well, I think, man, you know, it was weird because we had kind of talked about it. We knew that when it came out, we'd be doing something, you know, that would upgrade it. But kind of out of the blue, because we were in a cycle, man. It was pretty. We were pretty swamped, and things were cranking along. And Quaid had spent, I don't know, it was like the week before, kind of pounding out an idea for that roll cage. And he kind of just you know, one day he's like, hey man, you know, this is kind of the thought for the roll cage on the VAMP. Is, you know, what do you think? And we had a good meeting about it, and it just shocked me how perfect it fit. Its ability to snap right into place and feel like it was factory. I mean, it literally feels like it was factory done. You can pick the whole Jeep can be picked up by that roll cage.
Yeah.
And no adhesives, no glues, no nothing. And it literally just snaps in. So it was a genius design. And that sold me that, okay, let's get busy on this thing. Because now there's a lot of cool stuff we can do to it. We can really, you know, so it's one of those things, you know?
Yeah. I was really impressed by like the modularity of everything. And I'm going to show off my VAMP in a second. Hell.
Oh my God.
Show his off. Yeah. So
nice, dude. Nice. So you got the clutch case and everything.
You know, we're gonna get into all that. We're gonna get into all that. And once again, there are more modifications to be made. Sure. I like that it still has its classic VAMP look right now, but more on that later. This is always going to be in batches, right?
Oh yeah. And then really that was, you know, talking about how we came up with the whole like process was we felt like if we did it in phases, guys could kind of get what they wanted, what they needed, instead of let's say we put the whole thing, a lot of people were saying, why don't you do one package? And there's a lot of people that didn't want all of it. They just wanted certain things. And so it made sense to us to kind of do it in phases. And the phases, I think, helped to kind of give us for as hammered as we got and as backed up as we got, it still gave us a chance to work out orders within about 20 business days. So it wasn't, it wasn't like we were taking 3 months to do something. It was just, we were a little slower than what people normally get from us. We'll usually rock 5 to 10 business days. So it pushed us out a little bit, but we handled it. We're definitely on the backside of it now, and it's all worked through. Collins survived, and Quaid survived, and so we're doing pretty good.
Yeah. I was a really big fan of all your work before, like how it fit in with classified series, or even like how you were doing work with Nicholas before, right before classified dropped and everything else. So what is the dividing line between making something fit right in as if it was factory manufactured and doing something where it's totally its own vibe and its own aesthetic that you've made Gridiron? Similar how Mezco has his, you have yours. So what's the line, basically?
So I think for us, like showing that door gunner is a great example. Because that was nothing we ever saw before. It was a completely kind of original concept to the VAMP, but yet it's so familiar, right? And it's so familiar that when we were kind of hashing out sketching it out on what we're going to do, in my mind, the number one thing that had to happen was that 60. That particular version of the M60 is straight out of the Vietnam Huey door gunner. So it just made me feel like something's familiar, that we're so used to seeing those guys hang out that door and, pound out that gun. We made a couple modifications that work better with a classified figure. But overall, that's pretty much the exact design. We modified it with the heavy weapons. But other than that, it was it's just a really nice articulated. It's a 3D printed joint, so there's no multiple pieces. It's actually in motion in print. We're starting to do a lot more of that. So the pintle mount's real strong, and then you get a big old stack of bullets in the box, which kind of made it fun. But that line that you're talking about, I mean, that's kind of one of those things where I think that's what's always made Gridiron, right? Is like, there's a lot of 3D print manufacturers out there that will take like G.I. Joe, like Loadouts, for example, and they'll make strictly, really meticulously exact models of what it was back in the 80s. So a total retro model. Yeah. That's never been our thing. We've told everybody from the beginning, we don't want to replicate anything that's already been done, because the idea of Gridiron is that you're getting kind of a fresh, modern take on a retro vibe, for that feel of the product. So everything feels older, but it has a new sense to it. It's not something that's totally modern and sci-fi, like that M60 that gun's extremely old, but yet it feels cool and new on that VAMP,
Right. Sort of like revitalized.
Yeah, totally. And the funny part is the chances that we had to put some extra cool stuff like those bullets, man, that really made a difference. Yeah. And normally we just can't do that. We can't just say, let's do a stack of bullets, So this was fun for us as well, just to kind of think out of the box on what things could be used. The other part was we kind of have that thing with, I think the VAMP in general, I think we all can agree the model was really good. A very good throwback. I think Lenny and the team did an awesome job, like creating a VAMP that fits the vehicle, fits the characters well, looks great, looks like a retro sense, and there's some cool little nuances to it that make it nice. We knew there was stuff we could do to kind of take it over the top that wouldn't necessarily be viable at the mass injection molded scene. We can do stuff in detail that they really can't do in injection molding. And so we can do it in our quantities and our numbers and get everybody that really wants these extra things, something cool and different, Right. So that was the main thing.
I think that when it comes to like melding in with the VAMP, it's like, for example, I was talking to Tony about this, and I'll go ahead and bring this back in. The way, and I actually had to take this off to really show it, but the way that this is, I'm going to be very careful. There we go. I love that elite operator, but just the way that the cohesiveness, like you see how we have the divots here, and it continues, like the same visual language continues.
Yeah,
like it's just top marks. It's top marks. Quaid, the homie Quaid. And so
he made it feel like it was. He made it feel like it was just part of like the factory piece. Like you almost felt like you were missing it in the box. Like it should have been there, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Now, some of the other stuff, you know, you can argue that it's over the top, or you didn't need a recon roof rack, or you didn't need a front end brush guard, all that stuff. But to us, it was like the roll cage was the foundation. That's, we view like, if you ever wanted to upgrade your VAMP and do nothing else, just
do nothing else.
Yeah.
You know, for the amount of money you get to modify your VAMP into a really kind of cool full cage Jeep, and it feels military. You feel like you get some different posability and accessible weapon systems, because now we gave you a port that's only good for Gridiron weapon systems. So if you ever want any of our like heavy weapons put on your Jeep, this is the way to do it, and you get both ports. So
yeah. I also want to say I'm saving this for later on. I know we only have you for an hour, so I will talk at length about Elite Operator X. We'll get to this later. I'm just start teasing as a carrot for folks.
Yeah, I just want to drop, man. You know, just whoever's out there watching, and if you're involved in all, we like on these live, you know, shows to give a coupon code to those guys that want to really support. We man, you know we love you, man. So we're like, if we're gonna do anything, let's drop a coupon code tonight. And so just so you know, anybody tonight, if they use the code blackout, they get 10% off everything until midnight.
Whoa!
So if you're thinking VAMP stuff at all, this is a chance. And we're not pushing this code anywhere else but this show.
Okay, man.
Blackout, 10% tonight.
10% off the entire store.
Colin just gave me a thumbs up that it's all active, so we should be good to go.
Awesome, man. Until midnight tonight, MST.
That's right.
All right, man. I'm gonna have this sucker scrolling. Until you peace out with us, man.
That'll work, man. That's good.
Y'all, listen. Enter blackout at gridironprops.com. Enter it in the code. You know where the code's at. It's going to say enter code blackout. Save 10% off the entire store. I highly recommend the roll cage. I highly recommend the Elite Operator X. This is their 500th catalog item. Look. I said I was going to say this for later. I lied. This thing right here is one of my absolute favorites. You have the AR here, right? And then you have the mag that has the bullet inside the magazine. You have a round that you can put into this. Now, where can you put this? You can put this sucker. I'm gonna if I don't put this back into the Pelican case, I'm gonna lose it. I'm losing so much stuff. It's not even funny. So we have this. Listen, let's put the mag in. It feels so good. All right. All right. I got to get my mind out the gutter. Now, this underbarrel grenade launcher slides out. It slides. Look at that. So it slides out here and get out the way, right? So you can put
Mark,
it in
what up, Milliworks?
Dude, shout out to Milliworks. Shout out to Mezco. Shout out to everyone who's doing this. Mark, as far as I'm concerned, this is officially makes Gridiron Props the best ones to do it. You guys even included a practice round, a chalk round. Yeah. Like, why? Who cares why? It's in here.
And you can thank Quaid for all that stuff, man. He'll come to me and I'll be like, why are you putting that in there? And he's like, well, they got to have a practice round. So
slides in, slides right back out. Great for photos, great for dioramas. You even have a shotgun shell adapter.
That's right.
1/12 scale, and you can put a shotgun round. This is in real life. You can do this. So you can put the shotgun round. I'm really trying hard not to drop stuff.
For all you toy photography guys out there,
Yeah,
you're killing it. You're killing it with it.
You put this into the shell adapter, and it makes your underbarrel grenade launcher a shotgun, basically a shotty, right?
Yeah.
But listen,
kind of a civilian adapter, right? For somebody to launch an explosive. Yeah.
Once again, you have the suppressor. Goes right on there. And Mark, we talked before about, you have different crisp vector and other like AR kits where the scopes are removable and whatnot. I understand the thought process of keeping the scope and keeping the stock on, but you have kits out there that have removable stocks. They have folding stocks and all that.
And that stock's actually removable. It's just a really snug fit because we did that separate paint app.
Gotcha.
But if you wanted to switch it out down the road, we have other stocks that could be used. But the scope, we were really, Quaid was looking through the numbers and trying to figure out, okay, we got to keep it somewhat under control because there's a certain price point we can't, we have a threshold in there.
Yeah.
And so it's like, how much can we, and I'm telling you honestly, this is a weekly occurrence. We constantly will have this same meeting, and it basically is, we basically have to go into it with how much can we give them for the cost. And I know everybody's like, oh man, Gridiron's so expensive, but they don't realize that our heart is constantly in the place of what can we do for that price, instead of, because we understand there's a threshold. At some point, you're just like, I don't want to spend that much money, or I don't want to do this. And that's different for everyone. Mm-hmm. But for us, being able to, and I know I'm speaking for Quaid on a lot of this, because especially with like the elite operators, those were his baby.
Yeah.
So, having CNC cut foam, having, digitally computerized CNC cut foam where you can, have all those little pockets that are perfectly fitted for that gear. That's not an easy task. The equipment that it takes to do that isn't done on, you're not going to Joann's to buy that, or Michael's. These are industrial commercial grade cutters, and to learn the operations, to figure out how it works. And that's just the foam piece.
Yeah.
So I think most everybody that's been with us for a long time, that's been loyal to Gridiron, understands where we're coming from. So we have this constant feeling of how do we give them as much as we can give them. We understand the price has to be a certain thing. We manufacture in the States. So I don't know if that puts certain people, or if there's people that are new, putting their mind at rest, but that's where this is all coming from, and it always has from day one. So.
Okay. I just want to give a special shout out once again to this. This is the pocket knife that comes with the airborne loadout as well as Elite Operator X in a clutch.
And that's actually a different model than the airborne model. He's designed he's going to have a ton of these. He loves making these like little tiny things. So he's all
remember when he showed me, with the airborne loadout.
And it's sharp too. So this is the kind of thing that Hasbro can't really do, because it's not super sharp, but it ain't soft, baby.
Oh man. Yeah, it's a cool piece because it's rigid enough. It's made in two parts that we can assemble, and it still holds some rigidity. It feels like it's functioning really well. Yeah.
John Wick, he has the dragon's breath with his OG-12, but
that's nasty.
That's right.
But John Wick will cut a bitch if you.
Oh yeah.
I'm not gender neutral. I'm like anyone. Like,
I hear you, man. I hear you.
And make anyone a bitch. That's what I'm saying. Gender neutral. I'm not. Yeah. It's like, what you want? He's like, come here. Who wants what? What's up?
Oh, it's nice, man. That's nice.
Okay. I got to get some like Care Bears or something to balance out how angry my collection is. All right. Anyway.
Yeah, I
got you. Tony.
Up in the airborne loadout. That's nasty.
We got
there
you.
Goes. The copper one for Arizona, baby.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Don't forget to go to youtube.com/@Tony's Figs, or is it Tony's _Figs?
Tony's _Figs on Instagram.
Okay, what about YouTube?
YouTube, just Tony's Figs.
Got it.
I gotta tell you, man, Tony's got some that just looking at the photos the other day that he posted. It's funny to me how unique the style is, because everybody does custom work and everybody does different things, and there's some really tricky stuff, and I know like Stronix does awesome stuff, and it's all good, but there's something particular, and I'm not just blowing smoke at you, Tony. There's something particularly I don't know what the word is. It's almost like playful to me. It feels like when I'm seeing the collection, I'm not seeing it's like a weird thing between like a cartoon version and a real version. So it's almost like your paint style, like the faces, the heads, all those things give me like a nostalgic feeling of something that I've never seen before. That's what I find cool about those. They're not like, taking a figure and making it all gritty and putting shadowing in and all these elaborate things. It's almost like super clean and nice. And totally, like you look at Alpine, like that's a great version of Alpine that feels like it's something we've seen before, yet it's something new, right? It's a cool thing.
Yeah, I take my cues mostly from, if I can make it like the comic, I will.
Yeah.
I'll take some cues
that's really probably more like it to me. It feels like like a comic version, but yet it feels realistic.
I like that mainframe too.
I feel like our gear fits in really well with that style.
Yeah, it really does. I mean, sometimes I used to see your loadouts and say, okay, well, I'm making a mainframe custom, or I'm doing this, or I'm doing that. But now, I can let you know what I'm going to make, or what you think you're able to do a loadout for in the future. And then I'll go ahead and make that like Dalton. And
totally.
That's and with this mainframe, you do have the different, the V connected, the different one. But I went ahead and did his bandolier version, with the comic. But there's more. There's his computer, man. There's his radio. There's his wrist.
Yeah, I love that. Like you're still being creative within our loadout.
Oh yeah.
You're taking some creative license in there, which to me, that's the whole point of this. Like there's no exactness to any of it. We're like with Alpine, we're trying to figure out the best gear that they should have. Now I know you guys can argue the same point, right? That there is no way in the world that Alpine should have been released on Tuesday without a backpack. Like that makes no sense.
That was insane. Yeah. I
mean, that is a mountain climber. Like he's not going on a hike. He's climbing freaking, mountains, right?
Yeah.
So he's going to need gear. He's going to need ropes. He's going to need stuff. And that pack is essential. So to me,
They did the carabiners. At least he's got carabiners, right?
Yeah, totally.
He's got 1,000 carabiners, some pitons, and some ice picks.
Yeah.
But
that's like that grappling hook. Like that grappling hook was essential, right? Like even in the 80s, that grappling hook was so cool. I feel like that's missed, Yeah.
The holster, the walkie-talkie. I love the grenades. It's already part of the harness. The comm.
His cap. His cap with his comms and his goggles, all in one.
That was the first one, right?
And I love the fact that when you told me back in the day about, I remember his Beretta, and I'm like, you took the Tech 9 and you hooked it up with double mag, and the other pistol grip and a weapon light. I'm like, that makes that Tech 9 look nasty, because that's just a little spray gun that gangsters use. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it feels like the Beretta. It has that two-handled kind of sub.
Yeah,
but it's it kind of has a new look to it, which I think was kind of cool. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's got Schwarzenegger's knife back there. It's great. That's a big bad boy, right?
Listen, 10% off. Use Blackout at gridironprops.com, because I think I have Airborne. I'm gonna have to get this. So Mark, thank you for that.
Good. Yeah, we just put it back on. It's been sold out for probably 3 months.
3 months.
And we knew, you know, with the release of him coming, we needed to dig in, get some of those back up and ready to go. And we're excited. We don't know how long we'll have them, but we're going to try to keep them as long as we can.
Oh man, so I need to move fast, and if I'm going to get this one, this is nice. Now, folks, when you're collecting out there, handle your business, handle your adulting. But if you're going to get anything, get the good stuff. All right, get the good stuff. In Gridiron Studios, Gridiron Props, it's the good stuff. The quality is immense. The GF, come on, look, how did you look? Anyway, quality is immense. If you like taking photos, if you like doing dioramas, and I'm not just saying, I just so happen to be good friends with Mark, same way I happen to be good friends with Tony, and I am blessed. But these guys, listen.
There it is.
Once you go Gridiron, you don't go back. So this is a good chance. Put that toe in the water, black out at gridironprops.com, save 10% off. Treat yourself. You're a good person. You deserve it. You'll get yourself something nice. All right. Man. That backpack. My mind was blown. My mind was blown that backpack didn't come with that Alpine, but I didn't really check because I knew knew that you already had this, man.
Yeah, and it's
I've been having it.
We're excited to get back to have it back up because I know there was a lot of upset people that, you know, there was so many reissue of weapons in this last wave.
Yeah.
But I tell you, you know, and I'm not being critical of them. I get that there's budgets to things and there's certain things, but come on. I mean, this isn't acceptable. That figure needed a backpack. I don't care what it was. To me, that's just a miss. That's not even a budget thing. That's a miss. So I hope that Gridiron has that. We can at least give that part of this, you know, that you don't have to worry, man. If we're going to try to make the best possible version of it. So if you're going to wait for it or go into a third party, that's us, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's already got a version for it for Hit and Run that I made. So Hit and Run's the mountain climber. Alpine's the mountain climber.
And that was number one. That Hit and Run
was number one.
First version. Yeah.
Yep.
What was I going to say? Oh, the thing I was going to say about the Alpine. Oh, Doc. That's the other thing. So this week, anybody that's been following our stuff, we had a bunch of loadouts that were kind of sold out. They got kind of wiped out during the VAMP thing, and then we couldn't get them back in. The medic set, the Doc medic set, that's also come back this week. So there's been some good loadouts come back. If you've been waiting, I've had a lot of people over the last couple of months have been, you know, hammering us to get these back online, and so I just want to let everybody know they're back in.
And look, man, I'm not just saying this because I'm Black Genghis and I collect black action figures, but Alpine and Doc are two of my favorites. So you know I appreciate this, man.
Oh, dude. And wait, dude, it's funny to me because those are two of my favorite figures of all time. I mean, Airborne is my dude, and you know, he was from Arizona. Tony and I, we share this thing. You know, he was the only guy we had. So it was like, and he was just something special to me. But man, Airborne, Recondo, Doc, I mean, and Alpine, those guys were the guys, you know.
Yeah, and then we had a thing for all the camo guys. Yeah,
totally. We share that for sure.
Footloose, possible Footloose loadout coming.
Fucked up in this, man. What happened to the boy?
He's got the extra
long man.
On him. I love that loadout. I've got to do some pictures with those with the saline and the blood. Yeah,
you can appreciate that, Tony. I know.
Yeah, shout out to Tony's and his contributions to the set. Shout out to Johnny Reno, Cage's Customs, for one of the best Doc customs out there, teaming up with Bat Mother's Customs and Gridiron.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, man, and for all you guys that don't know, if you're new to this or have never known anything about Tony, I mean, the dude not only is a great guy, but he's literally on the streets saving people. And a lot of people don't know that, man. He's servicing the communities, man. He's been out there. He's been I mean, what can I say, man? It's like you're the real deal, man. It's just how it goes.
The only thing that is left to say is thank you.
Thank you,
and
bro.
in the chat,
Absolutely.
I want to see clap emojis. I want to see clap emojis for Tony's face. So
I talked to him this morning. I I was texting stuff, and I'm usually not up too early, but it was somewhere like 4:30 in the morning, and he responded back, and he's on the road, man, taking care of that stuff on the streets. So we appreciate you, man.
Yeah, man. Thanks, brother. Thanks, brother. I'm trying out here. These patients, these people don't make it easy, but I'm trying. Something different every shift. It's something crazy. Yeah.
And I know, man, I know you're still wanting the lifeline. It's coming, man. Don't worry.
Yes. I will be. I have the red ready. I have the white ready.
Good.
All right, we got some love for Tony in the chat, man. I want to see more clap emojis for y'all, man. Absolutely. I want to see some more clap emojis.
I want to see some ambulance emojis, please. I don't know if it's in the one for StreamYard, but on in your phones there. I always mess with that because there's a little puff of smoke I always put on when Travis is like, "Can you come on Wednesday?" I'll put the ambulance and some puffs of smoke behind it.
I know you did that to me this morning, man. I was like, perfect.
Yeah. They're Blitz. Matthew got it. JLS. There it is. Oh man, that's cool. Thanks, guys. That's funny. Now, whenever we want to spam everybody else's chat, put the ambulance in.
So
that's cool. Thank you, guys. That's awesome.
They're showing love to you, man. You deserve it. You're a good dude, and I'm glad you've been rocking with me, man. I'm glad we're friends. I'm blown away by it sometimes to be like, how is this dude friends with me? I suck.
Always, bro. Always.
No, dude, man, it's not blowing smoke. I mean, it's one of those things. You guys, from the beginning, I mean, you guys were there with me from the first time we even came online 3 years ago with Gridiron, and man, it's been fun to know that we were on the side of good. Let me just keep it that way. That it just felt fun. It didn't feel drama. It didn't feel any of that stuff. And we don't tolerate it anyway. So it's fun that there's just a different tone to all this,
I one more time just for the people in the back, holler at this Ultimate Combat Loadout set on Gridiron Props. Save 10% off using the code Blackout. And also the Mountaineering set, if I can find it. Where is it? I'm tripping. Oh, here it is. The Mountaineering set, character loadouts on Gridiron Studios, Gridiron Props. Once again, save 10%. Check those out. They're great, and you get so much for your value again. Once again, here's everything you get with the Mountaineering. Oh, wait, that's the wrong one. My bad. It's like,
it's tiny one, but that's the Mountaineering. That's the Mountaineering one.
Here's everything you get from Mountaineering.
Let me just tell you too, like this set. I have a constant state of battle with Colin on this because Colin's the director of production. He hates these sets because they're so intricate and there's so many pieces and there's so much to get together. And people, I don't think, understand that. When we're printing these things, there's so many intricate parts, and somebody has to manage thousands of these parts and color and paint and make sure. And Colin's in charge of all that. So he's always like, we're taking that off. We're not doing that anymore. So I keep telling him, like, these are ones that are true to what Gridiron stands for. And so he knows, but he's fighting. That's what I'm saying. If these are any that you guys like, it's probably a good time to get them. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. I'll just come over in this Arizona heat with 110.
Shout out to the Dreadnought Ryan. And shout out to Lawrence as well.
What up?
Darth Berkey, of course, the homie Sabir. And also, we're going to, I want to talk, I started some comments, so I just want to break for a little quick Q&A, and then we'll go to Rear Gunner. Right. Cool. We only got Mark for about 25 minutes, so I don't want to waste any more time. Appreciate
we have a sneak peek.
And we have a sneak peek. So let me go ahead. I'll get to this really quick. We'll start with Madsen. He's asking Gridiron Storm Shadow V2 set.
Ooh.
Swords, pouches, and bow. Okay, we'll see. We'll just leave it up there in the air.
He does have something for Storm Shadow already, but
we have some ninja stuff. But there's a couple of things I think we could add in there. Sure. Okay.
Bjorn Jacob wants to ask about the Stinger that's coming out, man. We got all this vamp shit. What's going on with the Stinger, dude?
Let me tell you, if if there was ever a time to invest in some vehicles, this is probably a good time. I'm going to put this. I'm going to say Hasbro's probably going to love this because this is a total advertisement for them.
Yeah.
If you're going to want to get some stingers, and for not the reason you think.
Uh-oh.
So I'm going to show you a sneak peek today of something that is going that direction, but this is really a bigger picture that's unfolding over the next couple of weeks. Now,
okay.
The other thing I want to just say in that same vein is if you guys haven't gotten a trouble bubble, you're going to want to get a trouble bubble, and you're going to want to get 2.
So hurry up and go to your Targets because they got a million of them.
Yeah.
I know Pulse is having a deal right now with that power sale. I don't know if they're still available, but we picked up one.
I seen one mark in Chandler. There's a Target, and they had so many.
The Python ones,
Python.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. And I just want to get the tinted bubble off of it.
And I think they're only like $12 or something. They're like $12 or $13 or something.
Yeah, they're nothing, dude.
So
crazy.
Really quick, we still got the Power Day sale going on for this. So
this was a good deal. I think it was like $40 or something, right on sale.
Yeah, if you have, you save 35% off of 75 if you're a premium member. So it pays for itself. Non-premium only gets 15% off if you spend 75 or more. So get that premium. Get the premium membership anyway. It's $50. It's free shipping for all orders, no matter how big or small. And then you can save 35%, right? And you can get those trouble bubbles like the homie was saying.
Yeah,
you're 35% off of that.
Because I had, of course, when we started coming out with the VAMP stuff, we kept getting the inundation of emails of guys that were like, "Oh man, I didn't get it. You should have said something. I would have bought one or whatever." I didn't want to have that happen again, so I wanted to feel at least my responsibility is due. I told you, get trouble bubbles. You're gonna want 2.
Okay. It's like that. It's like that.
It's a little ways down the road. Give me just a little bit of time, but you're gonna want 2.
Now, the winner of the Toy Kind of Mood giveaway, by the way, check out that episode from yesterday, 4 hours long. So feel free to just listen to the audio while you're going through your workday. But shout out to Frank Cruz, FC Viper, who wants to know, even though I really, okay, so we already got hints for the Cobra Stinger that's coming up soon.
Oh yeah,
but just
we're fully engaged. The Stinger, yes. Yeah. And then we come back to the VAMP. And then we come back to the VAMP again. That's our schedule right now.
Invest in those vehicles and you want to gridironize them. All right. Brian King wants to ask about the Iron Grenadier bats. What's up? Okay.
Oh, you'll see. Oh man, when I saw that gold, you guys know how we roll, man. I mean, we have a whole section on all that thug weapon stuff. So immediately I was like, dude, we'll probably have at least a thug stubby for sure. And you'll see some other things, I'm sure, in there.
Because dude, your crimson bat gear made it worth getting the crimson bat. Dude.
Yeah, totally. I felt the same way. I wasn't really going that way, but when we did that color shot, I'm like, man, that looks really good,
Also, Cornelius McGillicuddy, one of the best named individuals in the community, asked, Retro Scarlet Loadout. Can we get a holster? Can we get the slingshot? For Jinx, can we get a Naginata?
Yes to both. I think they're a little bit down the road, but the Scarlet Loadout is going to come in a different way than you think. It's going to come probably piecemeal, but the whole concept is to help her out a little bit, for sure. Well, we've needed to do some smaller caliber holster, handguns. We've needed to do some smaller caliber or smaller set harnesses and belts for the ladies. So just know that's definitely on the books. We're working that stuff in for sure.
All right.
Sure, you a smaller crossbow too, because you have one that Spirit's using that's in her loadout too.
Yes.
Barnett. Yeah.
Darth Berkey asks Dragonfly. Okay, that's That's
I'm
good.
gonna.
You better have your dragonfly coming.
Can I tease this thing yet that's sitting next to me that I'm
Hook it up.
Let's do it, man. Let's go.
Okay. Talking dragonfly, but just put that aside. Just put that in the back of your head. A little bit in the back of your mind. Okay, let me just tell you, this thing is crazy. This is probably the coolest gun setup. And when I show you why, 𝐁𝐤 went over and beyond. He spent, I mean, this is probably one of the longest gun designs. And I'll show you. Okay, no further ado.
Yo.
This, most of you will know as the M230.
M230
LF, which is link fed. It's the M230 link fed. This is a full crow assembly for your VAMP. And we will have the hiss version of this. So, I'm just going to give you a couple. I know it's hard for over the chat here to kind of see or understand what this is, but the real life scale of this weapon, I mean, it's the barrel alone, the assembly is like 7 feet long. So it's like, it's like bigger than a man, like a guy's. So you kind of get the idea. Yeah. So these things are, that's exactly it. So you can see the muzzle brake. I mean, it's exactly
underneath the damn Apache.
𝐁𝐤 does not miss a beat on this thing. This gun is spot on. So
that's an Apache mounted weapon.
It is. So to give you an idea, I don't know if I can turn it upside down, but this would be.
Oh, Lord.
That's what you're looking at, you know.
Dude, this is like some OCP shit right here, man.
Airborne is firing that thing from the.
So, yeah, so you can picture. I mean, Dragonfly is not too far away. No, obviously there's assembly, but this was a double dip for us for sure. 𝐁𝐤 really felt like he needed to go this route because then we know we'd be set up for the Dragonfly for what we want to do on that end. But this gives us, as we're doing the research, the military is constantly in contract on these to put on. They'll mount them in the back of beds, like truck beds. They'll put them on armored cars. They'll put them on Hummers. They'll put them on different pieces of equipment. But they're a nice, heavy-duty 30-millimeter cannon.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can
Clutch
imagine.
Better have his.
It's just
Clutch better have his ear muff protectors in when that thing goes.
So, and I can tell you, okay, so like, show you. So the idea here is I can give you a little bit of an idea. There's a separate foot down here. There's even a separate screw-in peg. And that's going to be for a reason you're going to find out next week.
Oh, Lord. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
This thing is made.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at that.
Whoa.
They're going to shoot Mark.
So this is made to be able to have your heavy weapon system on your VAMP. Now
that takes the cake for the VAMP.
no, mind you, I mean, you know, we've done some smaller caliber weapon systems and stuff, but nothing like this. I mean, this cannon is fully articulated.
Dude.
He's shooting aircraft. Now the VAMP is shooting aircraft now.
Oh, well, the cool part about this, man, is this gun. So it's fully remote fired, right? It's got the full camera, articulated camera assembly. So this part is articulated as well. Dude.
Mark, did you have a helmet that the Apache guys wear, or you just have the?
We do. No, we do the assault helmet. Yeah, the helicopter assault. I think it is one of those. Yeah. Put
that on clutch now.
Let me show you the you know, the beans of this thing. So this articulated, you can see it in the belt.
Oh man.
So the belt, this is where it really stepped up.
That thing is pleasing all the ladies.
This is sexy, dude.
So this belt is fully linked. This feeds you.
Link, baby.
Just let it hang.
Oh.
So it has like the weight of what you want out of a belt. Like you want it to sag, you want it to drape.
Like a little bracelet.
It's crazy, this design. So we've gotten it where, you know, we get a 2-color in there, so you kind of get the feeling the rounds are coming through there, right? But here's the best part. This set will include a belt.
Look at the 30. Look at the 30 mils, baby.
Dude.
And this is just the first time ever, man. We have an actual printed linked belt. So the drape on this thing is freaking incredible.
Man, look at this. Tony, who do you know else is doing this? And I'm not trying to slight anybody because I got love for the community, but who else is doing this, bro?
Zilch, nada.
So check this out. So
in the USA,
box
made in America.
Oh, come on.
Oh,
and you gotta lay it in there. They like it when you lay it in. Listen.
You got your little belt in there.
Dude, I should be playing like wah-wah guitar music right now.
Bow chicka wow wow.
You put your lid back on.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can throw your feed chute in.
I'm really trying to stay mature right now.
Toy photography. No.
Yeah. Okay, so Tony, we need
Angry Elf. No, he just has contracts with everybody.
We need only figs for real. Like join our only figs account, pretty much.
I do not need to put anything else on top of my vamp except that bad.
Yeah, this is the gun. If anybody's been waiting for the real gun to put on top, this is as realistic as it gets. This is an active. I mean, right now in the military, this is an active weapon.
How long have y'all? Oh, go ahead, Tony.
Oh no, is that for tomorrow, Mark? Or
yeah, this is the one we're hoping to release tomorrow or Saturday. I think it'll be tomorrow. Now,
okay.
The cool part for tomorrow is, I mean, you can see, man, the authenticity of it. I mean, it's.
Look at this
authentication in here.
Authentication. So with the you're gonna see more of this version when we go into the Dragonfly stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, if you look up like Crow fired M30, so
yeah,
M230, yeah, M230. This is what you're looking at.
That's it.
Oh, so when they do the Mark version 2, the tan one, so I got to get the green one, and then I got to get a tan one from Mark, and then I got to get a black one from Mark. Okay, yeah, it's gonna work. Yeah,
we're doing so. This is how the color scheme is going to work on these, and there's a lot of cool stuff to tell you about this real quick. How do I drop this bomb? This is the start. Now, obviously, this weekend. This is the vehicular versions of these that are going to be set up with these mounting brackets.
Yeah.
And these mounting brackets, they're set up as a shoe. They're a shoe design, which we're going to have we're going into a patent pending on this connection point.
Okay.
Yeah, you need that. Because this is a ball socket.
Right.
So ask yourself, why would I want that?
I know why.
Why would I want that if I have a peg? Well, you might want.
Would it be for on the side of something?
Yeah,
it could be.
Could be. It could be. You might also. Let me see. If I can get this figured out. You guys talk amongst yourselves.
No, I'm trying to. I had to wipe off the drool so I could present it on camera, basically. Because Mark, man, this is kicking our ass, bro. Like, I'm already, because me and Tony, we get the wheels turning.
Oh yeah.
Like it's like we got this, we got that. Would you be able to put this? All right. Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I ran out of juice on my headset because I was like, it's been one of those, but no, this is, I'm trying to think about, like, would you be able to put this on with the MDS bunker, like that kind of thing?
Yeah, so that peg vehicle mount is set up for the MDS. It's set up for any of our peg system setups.
All right.
So
I love it when I don't have to be quiet anymore. Mark, he'll tell me like a week ahead.
And shout out to Tony, because Tony was like he hints at stuff, and I always tell him, like, look, I'm not gonna get in between you and Mark, so just hollering at the chat real quick.
Holla.
Quaid's gonna make a cameo. It's gonna be
Quaid.
So
And big shout out
Put
to
the weights.
Quaid,
Put the
man.
weights down,
What you
Quaid.
been
Put the
doing,
weights
man?
down.
Put the weights down.
Put the weights down, big man.
Quit working out. Quit trying to make me look bad.
That sweet office you got there, boy.
We're like combing for details right now. It's like, okay, he's got the
Okay.
G.I. Joe poster, he's got the books. Like, what else they got?
Oh, look. Come on, man. You got to say hi to everybody.
What's up, guys?
Yo,
What up? What's up,
The
Quaid?
rare appearance.
hey man, we're big
Bruh.
fans over here.
He
so
comes in and
it's-
only
thank
sees
you,
his
thank
dad. Now you can see us now.
Thank you. Totally.
Quaid sees me all the time.
you. Okay, well, I just want to say, yeah, Quaid, thank you for everything, man. I'm a big fan of your work, for real.
Oh, of course, guys.
So the
Absolutely.
idea is like this part, this shoe has been designed so we can have modular changes to this part.
Yeah,
So the idea is that you're looking at a base version. In your mind, you should start be thinking this. If anybody's been following any of our pack system stuff, so now you have a ball socket.
yep.
Oh, for the pack rat. For the pack
Woo!
system. Uh-oh.
Ooh, yeah.
So this is a way if you wanted to get that turret for the ball. Our existing packs all have this base, and they all have this ball system, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
man.
I
So
remember that.
this will be a change out that you'll be able to do this, and this will be, if you give us just a little bit, this is going to be coming out with the different, kind of a different version of this for next week also. But this week, the whole thought is that this thing is set up for the VAMP and the hiss. So we're doing this color, the VAMP color, and then we're doing a black and some red or gray or something in there.
Nice.
This is fantastic. Mark Quaid, kudos once again.
Quaid and Mark, the wallet killers.
Look, I say we're big fans. We are big fans, bro.
Wow.
Like the stuff is immense.
That's
And
what I like
it's-
to see right there.
It's amazing.
I know.
Bro.
We'd get Colin in here, but he hates this thing.
I know he does.
Like, I
Every
know
time
you guys
go
have
there,
a lot of
Colin and
sleep
Quaid
snacks,
run away.
Exactly.
a lot of energy drinks, but it's worth it. I just want to say thank you so much
Of course, man.
for giving
You're
me the
welcome.
best.
That's
Yeah,
it.
man.
But I was the first one who Quaid showed the pocket knife to.
I know,
Yeah, Tony
know.
saw that first.
man.
That was awesome.
Okay,
I
I
gotta
gotta
make
get
me
back to
move
work.
to Arizona. At this
All right,
rate.
brother.
Yeah, keep making stuff. All right, good. Yeah. Oh man, this is going to be crazy, man. I mean, I think the way this is set up now, this whole system will be it's like we're trying to take all of it to another level. So like all of our vehicular mounted weapons, you'll see this this kind of remote firing system set up with different shoes, different availability, and then different weapons.
Yeah, dude.
So the weapons we'll be able to do these same crow systems with 50 cals, javelins, all kinds of stuff.
Oh yeah. Oh man, that's gonna be
You'll-
really nice.
So you
have
should be able to outfit your drones in a way that you would want, to kind of piece them together how you'd want.
Yeah, yeah. So once again, letting people know, use code Blackout at gridironprops.com until midnight MST, Mountain Standard Time. All right. Oh, come on. What the? Oh, okay. This would just melt people. Imagine having like two of these in front of your Cobra base. Like, do you really? How are we going to infiltrate this base?
Well, and
when
it's
they
going
have
to be
these
cool,
Apache
man,
drones?
because you can be able to take your VAMP and run your side weapons and your sentry weapons. We got some crazy stuff planned, you guys. I mean, when we come back to the VAMP, this whole thing comes together. Like all this new system, this new crow system, sentry post weapons, all this stuff kind of goes together. So,
some more questions. Gold. Well, DJ 5 Ash says gold grenade smells gold grenade launchers.
Wow.
You already have a clutch loadout, right? So,
us,
yeah.
I mean that's basically the elite operator.
Yeah.
It's for
And
fun.
you have like different
Yeah.
helmets and whatnot you can put on the clutch. So you can.
Oh yeah, so we recommend that mandible helmet that we have. It looks
Yeah.
like kind of a racing helmet. It's
Okay, yeah.
It's
Yeah, that
cool.
thing's
It's got columns in it, and you can still see his eyes. You can get the one with the visor, but I think the one without the visor, if you look at all of our pictures of the VAMP, we show it with the open visor, and it looks good because you can see Clutch's eyes in there.
And then you can get the nods on them.
Exactly, and Clutch, and like so, if you get that, I think the visored mandible helmet and the one without the visor have 2 different types of nods, if I remember right.
There you go. Yeah,
but
because then with that's what the visor and nods. Yeah.
I'll try to find the open one later, but this is
Put that sucker that Mark has on this bad boy.
All right, hold on a second.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Well, I don't want to say too much, but this M230 LF for the HISS tank is going to come with its own hatch.
Okay.
That makes sense. So the gun will mount right on top of the turret, and it'll be mounted to the top hatch that goes on top in the hole. So it'll be like it'll enclose your HISS also. It'll make it feel more like an armored tank, that's sealed up with a remote firing weapon on top.
Where everybody's buttoned up and there's no exposure.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And let's just say tomorrow when that happens, that's kind of to us, it's kind of like that's the flag that signals the future with the HISS.
Okay.
Look at in the comments, 80s Toy Boy replacing the whole turret? ? Yeah, baby, you know it.
And we're gonna use the turret that's in there, and we're gonna build around it. And it's gonna be funny when you see tomorrow, if I get the pictures all set up, this crow fits in that. It'll fit in that turret on a hatch, and the whole turret will be backwards, and you'll see why.
Okay. Well, look, man, I like what we're seeing right here, and I just want to give another shout out to the open mandible you were talking about here. Both are $16.99. Once again, you save 10% using blackout until midnight tonight MST time. So let's take a look at the open one. So right here we have with the closed visor and the nods. This one is the crimson one, where we can see the eyes. Once again, the nods.
Looks good on Vipers, man. If you're customizing a Viper and you want to have more of a human approach, it's cool. But that right there to me has such a cool kind of racing feel, and yet you get that face cover. You can see his eyes.
Put the nods down. You could see. I mean, I like the one. I do love the one with the visor, but damn, the one with no visor is.
I don't know why. It's true, man. It kind of makes me feel like with the no visor, it feels more of even though it makes no sense, right? If you were driving, you'd have some kind of protection, but it feels like you're.
He just has the shades. He has the shades up at that moment. Yeah.
Exactly right. And it fits so good on Clutch, man. It's like butter.
Dude, once again, just kudos to this. And we're officially going past your time. So
I probably got a jet here in a minute or two for sure.
Okay.
So there's a ton of questions on here. I won't be able to get to them all. Once again, Black King is live. We're all killer, no filler here. But I'm really appreciating the love that everyone has for Tony's Figs and definitely for Gridiron Studios in the chat. Before we go, Figure 6-Pack wants to ask. Well, he pretty much answered that. There's going to be color variant of the gear in black and gray.
Yeah,
so
it just so everybody's aware, because I know this question's come up a lot. It's not going to be exactly the same stuff. We are going to have modifications to certain things because we want to shake and move with that new version. So some things may be a recolor, but for the most part, I want everybody to know, because I know sometimes if they're not aware, they'll think something different is coming and it won't come, and vice versa.
Right.
I'll tell you for the Stinger, we have all our thoughts are completely on doing the same setup, except we will have a fully armored door and roof ourselves and windshield. So the difference is our setup will all work together, and that'll so it just depends, you know, like if you're looking at more retro styling, it won't be that, but it's going to be this. We're trying to build a kit for roof, doors, and windshield that'll go on the VAMP and turn the VAMP into an armored vehicle that you can put this M230 on. And now you have kind of an armored version. And then
like a MRAP almost, right? Like,
yeah, exactly. And so then if we have the as far as going around the phases, there'll be a rear end, but obviously you won't need a chair on the Stinger because you get your face fried off for missiles. So that component is going to be replaced with a base radio unit.
okay.
So it'll be basically more antenna, more computerized function that will kind of work with the missiles. And as we move around, there'll be side stuff, but it'll be in a different format also. And the front end is going to be the big surprise. And I know that sounds funny, but it's going to be really, really cool. The front end is going to be special, and you're going to, when you see it, you'll be like, oh, man, that's it.
All right. Well, Mark, they're going to miss you over at Joe Fest and at TFW, but just know that you can always go online.
Yes, Tony's representing, man.
We're going to see about GridCon. Like, I haven't given up on GridCon yet.
That's right, man. That's going to happen, dude. We got to get everybody coming to Arizona and do a custom show.
Like, bring your ass to Arizona, everybody. No, and just once again, thank you for just really being a good dude.
Oh man,
you're a good dude. The family's sweet. I always just want to just, send my love to the family, to the missus and everyone else. And and we know, like, the stuff that you all do on Gridiron Studios, Gridiron Props, comes from the heart, from the true love of these figures, from this world, and just beefing it up, putting it in ultra high res, man. It's like, you guys are simply the best. And
that means a lot.
And thank you so much for your time. We know how extremely valuable it is. It really is. If you just want to kick it, we won't say no, man. Just kick it with us. You got that 6 o'clock, man. Cancel that, man. Just
oh yeah, sure. Well, I just want to say something before I leave. I don't know if she doesn't get enough appreciation. Most of you guys out there know, when you listen, you've dealt with Sandy, or you've heard you've heard the name, or you've seen an email with her name on it. She deals with more crap from everybody, because she's the one that directs, when it comes to shipping, or when it comes to when's my order coming, or when's, and man, she handles it with a calm demeanor. She handles it, she's a sweet person, but she has a way of getting through it all. And I just want to say, like, if ever you guys deal with Gridiron at all, you're going to see her or deal with her at some point. Give her a thanks, man. She works really hard to make sure you guys all get your stuff as fast as possible.
Yeah.
And she really tries. I mean, she goes overboard. And when I say overboard, she'll be putting in 12, 14 hours on a heavy shipping day just to make sure everybody gets their stuff. She doesn't like going to bed thinking that people aren't getting their stuff as fast as they could. So that's where that's coming from.
No, we got love for Sandy. And honestly, folks, if you've ever dealt with Gridiron Studios in the past, leave a heart emoji for Sandy in the chats. I appreciate it. I think we all do. Everybody give shout outs to the entire Vuncannon clan. Mark, once again, I just want to say thank you for your time, man. Thank you for the energy and all the love you've put into this hobby, into the community. We really appreciate you, man. And I wasn't kidding about just sticking around. Just stick around.
I'm out, dude. I love you guys, man. Quid said it right. We wouldn't be where we're at without any of you guys. And there's a thing here, man, that if when we work on making this new stuff, there's never a second that we aren't concerned with how everybody would take it or think about it or want it or not want it. This isn't. We're not going to be thinking on a self-consumed thing. It's going to be really, how can we make it better for everybody? So we try that as hard as we can, So we appreciate everybody, man, for sure. That's awesome. Nice, man. Nice.
All right, y'all.
Get out of here, man. I'm out. So,
all right, brother.
Thanks, you guys. I appreciate you.
Deuces.
Thanks.
All right, see you, bro.
We'll see ya.
There we go.
Woo!
Yeah. Well, we're gonna go ahead. I'm going to graciously and respectfully kick Mark from the studio, and now it's just me and Tony. Man, how you feeling, man?
Feeling good, man. I don't have to keep tight-lipped anymore. I'm like, there's a lot of stuff he entrusts with me, just to that not fanboy, but what can I say? How Mark is. He has to get it out. He knows there's so much stuff. He'll.
I want to say fan man. He's a fan man.
Fan man. He'll hit me up and say, if this gets out, I know who it was. Tony, check this out. I'm like, oh, okay, what is it? Oh, I know all this stuff. I know
I never press Tony because I like finding out when everyone else finds out. So then I can change my briefs afterwards.
Yeah, I'm like, damn, okay. And then afterwards, I'm like, okay, let me just forget that on purpose. I'm writing it down instead. I'm like, oh my God. So, okay, when are we gonna have Drome? When we go on his show, now he's gonna say it. Now I don't have to shut up no more. You guys all know.
I mean,
all the
we
vehicles,
might as well, right? We might as well make
whenever you see a new loadout, a new figure, I mean, he's basically, I don't know why Hasbro just doesn't sign him up, because he's making their stuff better. He's making they might as well just let him make all the weapons for them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But all the vehicles, all the figures, whatever, he's going to do something for them because he's a fan. He's a fan like we all are. The 3 3/4 inch stuff is coming out for almost each and every individual Hasbro piece that you can upgrade. I mean, like with you seeing people like KG has got all the stuff on the VAMP. You don't have to. You can put 1 or 2 pieces on. You can put everything on. You can turn that into a different vehicle. You don't have to, sit there and buy every little thing and put it on there. But it's beautiful the way it is. It's beautiful with Mark stuff. And, because everybody's saying, oh my God, you're going to spend $238 on upgrades for the VAMP. Well, the thing is, it's there for you. It's there for you to mess with. It's, so, I mean, it's sweet ass upgrades that I've done. Almost all my figures I'm looking at my display have Mark's weapons on them because I did not like Hasbro's. Hasbro's doing what they can. They're doing the most. Get in there, but sorry, I found my boy. We made friends, and I dig his weapons, and that's my jam. So, end all be all.
No, that's props, man. And I want to say, man, doing the streams, doing the shows with you have been a highlight of my time getting back into collecting, being a part of the community. And it's been a while. It's been a while since we've done a Drome episodes. Welcome to the Drome is a show that we originated on 𝐁𝐥𝐚𝐤 with myself, Travis Moody, Chris Fixer Johnston, and Tony Romo, Tony's Fix. And it's been a blast. Also, shout out to our fifth Beatle, our George Martin, literally Dreadnought Ryan Sweeney.
Dreadnought.
Our editor, Bobby Behar, who is still mixing it up with 𝐁𝐥𝐚𝐤 and is about to kick off on a big relaunch of Geeks Have Game, which I was a part of briefly before joining 𝐁𝐥𝐚𝐤. But I'm very proud and very honored to debut and announce that Welcome to the Drome is coming to Black Genghis officially. So
awesome.
We are going to relaunch Drome, and we're going to take it back to basics, back to fundamentals, to what we had talked about earlier, with it just being focused on customization, on taking figures,
baby,
back to customs, taking it, and just really getting those bits and pieces, whether it's painting, whether it's dremeling, whether it's putty, whether it's different
tools,
sealants and varnishes, microset, microsol, decals, holler at us. We're doing it, and we're doing it live. And it's going to be a complete revamp of Drome. We're reaching out to the community, to people who do this, who really dig in. I love the Ray Murphy episode. I can't believe I wasn't on that episode. I've just been really busy. Shout out to the Joe team interview that Tony was also a part of. I can't believe I missed that one too. This is crazy. Toy Optics just causing
Optics spec is out.
But listen, it's a Joe kind of June over at our channel that we also are still a part of and will still make appearances on a Toy Kind of Mood. But welcome to the Terror Drome officially joins Black Genghis YouTube, co-hosted and featuring none other than Tony's Figs. But we're gonna holler at some of the people we've had on Terror Drome before and some new ones as well. People that we've been reaching out to. We have grails that we want to try to be like, please be a part of this show. Please get bash, cut up, and what up with us.
I've got I got some pages on some customizers I want to holler at, some very new ones, kicking ass and doing some great work, and all the Joe pages on Facebook and Instagram, some old school, some Giles Giffords, Ray Murphy, shoot, just I want to holler at Warren McCarty. There's just a bunch of customizers out there that we have given the spotlight to and want to give it to them some more. And plus, there's so much with Cameron Hawkins. I'm just name dropping. There's a bunch of dudes. I'm thinking it.
There's manifests out there. I still want to just roll with Johnny with Cage's Customs. Like I
Johnny in here. Yeah, man, there's a lot of stuff you can learn from him. No gatekeeping. You can't ask Murata Rubin because he hate keeps. But yeah, any questions? I mean, I want to show you guys what we do, how we do, and what you can do.
Yeah. So, and we want to, and sometimes it just takes a little bit to push a figure to where you want it to be. Other ones need more time and more care. It may take you some time. There may be episodes where, like a cooking show, I've already like prepped some of the stuff and I just took it out the oven. So you may see me just finishing figures. You may see me just starting a project and then picking it back up again on a future episode. I love the episodes where we talk about how we feel about figures, or the Doom Days episode with Rick Lopez, where we just gave love to like Mike Zeck and the Joe comics and everything else. Travis showed off his After Action Report collection. The Skybound Compendium. A lot of that stuff will be saved for a Genghis Live or some of the stuff that we talk about on Toy Kind of Mood. The onus and the inception of Terror Drome was always customs, Joe Customs, and that's really what we're going to take it back to. I love all the episodes we did. You'll be able to still find those episodes on a Toy Kind of Mood, and I also will have a playlist of all the other seasons 1 through 3 episodes at Terror Drome. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. And also check out my dude. And I'm not saying buy because we still have the figures to talk about.
Yeah.
We weren't on that 4-hour epic streamathon.
Epic yesterday's show. Wow, I was at work. Damn it.
But shout out to Baldy, shout out to Spec, Toy Optics, shout out to the homie Travis, Island Viper, Terry Ruin, Bobby B, Bobby Battleground, or as I call him, Robert Battlegrounds. That's his name. And also, just completely random, this OG 12 shotgun, 10% off right now.
10% right now until midnight.
I can't believe he gave us that, man. I can't believe he gave me that.
Well, he told me that, Sly Devil, but I'm like, okay, I'll shut up.
That's dope, because that money, I mean, that's that you can save a lot of money. I'm already thinking of like, if I get that Alpine and I get the dock, yeah, I'm just gonna get it.
Look at you. I see the wheels.
But I love this, man. Because I love John Wick Chapter 4. I love the Dragon's Breath sequence. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then that's fine. But yeah, that's great. So stop by Gridiron Props, get that stuff. And once again, stop by YouTube, Tony's Figs YouTube, and check out his custom Alpine using the Gridiron Studios mountaineering loadout that you can get right now, 10% off. Why am I still having this up? Anyway,
I don't know. Get that Baldy streaking. I don't want to hear about that. I don't want to even. He's got a nasty mental picture in my head right now, and that's what he wanted to freaking do.
That's funny. I always picture everybody on Toy Kind of Mood nude whenever.
But yeah, I'll try to go through each and every one of these little customs, and because these ones I put here in that picture, because Hasbro's kind of caught up to me in my customs with those guys and the loadouts that Mark's given and the weapons that he's given. So I'm gonna go through those and just let you know what I did and how I made them.
All right.
Content, content, baby.
Where is that slide? Hold on a second. Let me. So I was going to. There was so much I didn't get a chance to really talk about because it just so happens I was going to bring out the blackout loadout because it just looks sick. It's like there's a lot we didn't get to. That's okay. We are probably going to have Mark back on one of these days.
Yeah, the blackout Night Viper, the Night Viper loadout in black. So yeah,
all these great loadouts, and like I was just talking about it. I wasn't anticipating saying save 10% off of this shit. I wasn't saying like you can save 10% off of all these great loadouts. Like that was just the generosity of
all of it, yes.
But if you have a stock figure, you know, we saw Stalker at RossCon, at AldiCon. We saw Grunt for the longest time was like $10-$12 at Target. Something crazy that was for the longest time. So if you have basic stock figures, go nuts, man. Go nuts. Like we're trying to
there is cheaper alternatives, but when you go with Gridiron, they're trying to give you the best that they can possibly give you with that price point. That's why it's a little higher than the rest because the quality in this stuff is there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Something warps, you can always fix it. Something breaks, you can always call them and they'll replace it.
I just really wish I had more time to just give him his props. Quaid was on for all of 30 seconds, but it's like,
yeah, when me and Johnny show up over there at Gridiron, they say hi, come give us hugs and everything, then they run away. Okay, dad's nerd friends are here now. But then I'm over there hanging out, and then Quaid brings me the little pocket knife, and I'm like, oh my god, people are gonna go crazy. This is crazy. It's cool, and you know, I don't want to lose that. It stays in Airborne's pack.
Yeah. There's a lot of the VAMP upgrades, and here's the thing: you can be picky. You can go all in.
Go all in with that.
You know,
you go all in. You can be picky whenever you want, especially with that toy photography. A lot of badasses out there doing their thing. Toy Optics, Dave Speck, he's one of them. Leanne Hobbs, she always has badass pictures coming out. Insta Leanne, yeah, Insta Leanne. That's her real name. We tight. But yeah, man. So the clutch looks dope right there. But yeah, imagine that big 30mm freaking chin gun on top of this little Jeep. I was gonna ask Mark, hey Mark, how come you don't have any little ducks? Isn't that a little thing with Jeep owners that everybody puts little ducks on their freaking
Somebody
Jeep?
Was asking about ducks in the
chat. My cousin Laura, she's an officer over here, and I go in, we take off in her Jeep, and she's got like little duckies on her dashboard. I'm like, what the hell is that? You don't know about the Jeep culture? No, I don't. But yeah, they have little, they give each other ducks, and I don't know what that means, but it's funny.
And shout out to 𝐁𝐥𝐤 𝐆𝐞𝐬, who has great dioramas and displays using Gridiron. Shout out to Plastic Fantastic and that 1/12 scale. We gotta get him. We gotta get him on Terradrome.
The Terradrome, put that thing. That is our namesake.
That is crazy. Okay, I will holler at it. I think he goes by like Captain Action Pants or something like that.
Captain Action Pants and Plastic Fantastic.
Plastic Fantastic. All right, I'll holler at him we need him for Terradrome as well. This is a good time, man. We're not ending the episode. It always sounds like we're ending the episode, and people are used to the episode only being short because, like, but no, I made time. I made time for Mark. I thought I was going to be able to like trick him and keep him for like 2 or 3 hours the way Travis does. So I think good. Just all kidding. Okay, you know I got love for Travis. Whatnot. Listen, let's go ahead and talk about. We got to talk about the Yojo June stuff, and I want to get your thoughts on it because I definitely have.
Yeah, let's do it. Well, oh, there's bro. You leave a duck on Jeeps that you like. Okay, I got you. Okay.
Stuff is selling out fast. I'm just gonna go ahead. We're gonna go straight to Iron Grenadier real quick.
Let's do it.
So what's to you about this, dude?
Oh man, at first I was like, "That's an Iron Grenadier." because see, I'm an old man, dude. The 80s Iron Grenadier. This is the Pursuit of Cobra look for him, right?
Yeah, it's a little update. It's one of the updates.
And I really like it. I like that they made it look like black leather. It's kind of like a trench. It opens in the bottom with his skirt and the skull and the buckle, the little details. They look ruthless. He's getting his helmet shot off, and it didn't phase him. It's like, maybe they made it look good with the weapons they've given him, but time to swap. Look at that.
They want us to buy all this shit, man.
These are make me buy 4 of them.
Dude, and shout out to Matthew Cohen shooting the Galaxy. The dude's one of the best out there doing it right now, man.
He's getting a Iron Grenadier bat blown up, and he could care less. That's Destro's people for you right there. So
stuff looks epic. Even the red bipod on the gun, like stuff like that, right? It's like, look at this one. He's like, bam! Like, come on, bro.
Yep.
You gonna do my steel brigade like my steel corps like that?
Yeah, different steel core, right? Different steel core. Look like they got low light parts to them. And this guy's got, that's good with the Crimson Guard from the waist down, just repainted. I'm not mad at it at all. This looks sweet.
Use what you got, right? And I know people don't always like the reuse. The reuse is how we're able to get stuff like this.
Yeah, the red piping, exactly. The red piping on the outline of his coat, and inside it's okay. Ooh, the patent leather shiny look of his boots. I mean,
you can see the decal.
I like it. Yeah, it sounds like I'm on Hasbro's nuts right now, but I am on this design.
Yeah, I'll use mouthwash after, but this is like, it's great. There's
man.
There's a lot of great stuff on here. Just even the detail, like the skull on the belt, and the straps and everything else. Yeah, dude. I was like, I'll get one, and then I was like, I'm lying. I'm gonna get like so many of these. Like,
yeah, I'm weird, man. This will be my favorite army builder. Who I'll finally break my little rule of 2 or 3. I'll get 4 of these and have them with I'm holding off on making a custom Iron Grenadier Destro because I know they're gonna come out with one soon, but we don't know yet. So we shall see. I hate having them, but they're not coming out for a minute. So
right, yeah. Now there's also the bat. So let's talk about this bat real quick and like the way that they've sort of rejiggered this. So let me get your take on this bat.
Yeah, like Mark said, I love the gold parts. It's like they took a page out of Jason's book, One Per Case, Jay's Armory for the
Jay's Armory, yeah.
The clear chest plate, and it's really neat. Let's just look at all the intricate details of the chest and all that stuff, and his red face plate. They look classy. They look clean. It's pretty cool, man. I mean, I haven't never been one of an army builder, but that's just ruthless.
That's just cool. How to do in Storm Shadow.
You just hanging Tommy right off the edge of that. You got too close there, Storm Shadow. So yeah, the photos sell it. They sell it. I have a few regular bats in there, and everybody gets to get their bats. We need the Dreadnoks to make their bats now.
Yeah, dude. Oh, yeah, you got to get that going as well. But just once again, all the gold stuff, and we need to get the gold pieces from Mark. He went crazy on the Crimson Bat, so we need all that stuff for the Iron Grenadier bat.
We need all it back in gold and black.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. By the way, so that for everybody who was kind enough to join us on Black Genghis, y'all can use Blackout. Like, don't be going to like Preternia and shit telling them about Blackout. Like, fuck that. Like, that's for the homies here that joined us. That's for y'all, and that's for kicking it with us. Whether y'all over at the flagship at So What Kind of Mood over there, or you're with us here, Black Genghis Live, and hollering at Tony and myself and Gridiron. That's just for everyone there, right? So go ahead, grab some stuff. Grab gifts for your buddies and get 10% off.
It's that military discount. I know why he
Yeah.
does.
People don't like that hood. I had no problem with the hood. In fact, let's go ahead and let's go back. Let's go ahead and look at the Storm Shadow real quick. So, man, what did you think about Mr. Arashikage in this one?
At the first look, they gave it to us of him in the box, right? With the box.
Yeah, it was in the
box.
box, so we didn't
For
really
me,
get
the box
that
is
good of
going in
a
the
look.
garbage. Who cares? All that talk about the damn box.
Yeah.
Yeah. And at first, it looked like, is his hood on backwards like they did? The other
one. Yeah.
I don't think it is. It's just.
I think it's just a hood. Yeah.
It's tighter on his head. I could probably fix that a little bit if I wanted to, but it looks nice. It's tighter to his head. It's over his eyes a little more. He's got the archer sling, or harness. At first, I was like, why is there no camo on the left side of his chest? But then, they told us what it was. It's pretty cool. I think what threw me off is I'm so used to seeing his boots all white. The bamboo slivers or whatever they are.
But I think if they had the paint budget for it back in the day, that's what they would have liked to have done. I think maybe that's what they did it. That's what it feels like to me.
Yeah, and then I look like, okay, with those are his shin guards, shin protectors, and they're black. So I'm not hating on that. Could the pouch belt be a little bit smaller? Well, sure, but I mean, I say this I'm coming from a customizer mind here. So what they're giving us here, I'm not mad at. It's sick. I know there was a controversy about his blades being on the right side. That, to me, it didn't sit well either. It's just weird and so cumbersome. It's more samurai than ninja. So what? I'm gonna put him on his back. So you'll see what I do with it.
Or if it really gets you that much, I mean, be resourceful. Swap it. Or use different ones. Like people are talking about articulated icons. 𝐁𝐥𝐸, they have a great ninja set. With different scabbards and whatnot.
Yeah. So, people say they want to. You remember how his sleeves were rolled up, but they were a little baggy. Like wizard sleeves. Archer sleeves. You know what I mean? Back in the day, but. I'm not mad at it. I want to see that Arashikage symbol, and he's detailed to the max. Yeah. He looks cool with me. I don't give a shit about the box, but
I think sometimes for the realest of talk, people like to complain because it gives them instant attention. Like if there's things I don't like, I try to be constructive, or at least I try to be like really honest about what it is that bugs me about something, right? But for a lot of people out there, whining detracts from their argument, and it makes me like not want to listen to them because it's like you don't. There's a part of me that says you don't really feel this way about this. You just want attention, and I don't have time for that, right?
Yeah, it's just like okay. If that's the right way, that's the right way. If it's a real life way, it's the real life way. Who cares? This is a toy, like Dreadnought says. We're talking about toys. It's a toy. But I mean, I'm gonna do what I want with it. I'm like I said, I'll put him on his back or something. I'll put him on the left side, whatever, to please myself. I mean, oh, that sounded weird, huh? But anyway, but yeah, he's stretching out. Looks like the articulation is there. I mean, sweet poses they're putting him in, but this is the G.I. Joe version of Storm Shadow. He is not Cobra here.
Yeah. I'm probably going to get this Storm Shadow, but I'm betting that someone either at GPS Lot or even Max Bird is going to make a Storm Shadow V2 soft goods robe that has like the same type of camo. Because I kind of want this in soft goods. Like, if 𝐁𝐥𝐸 made, go ahead.
No, I hear you. Yeah, I get it.
If 𝐁𝐿𝐸 made like a V2 Storm Shadow, I probably would get that because I think it would look better with soft goods.
Yeah, I'm not too much of a soft goods guy on a 6-inch figure.
Okay,
but that's just me. If there's a way to tighten it up and make it look good, I'm all for it. So,
all right. And last but certainly not least, because Black Genghis, I tend to be partial. No racism, no toy racism. I got love for Roadblock. I got love for Doc. And I got love for Albert Pine. So let's go ahead and show this dude off. So once again, what say you about this figure right here, Alpine.
Oh,
And I want to talk about the box in a second, but just really like
okay, yeah. From first look, like I was gonna say, first look in the box, he looks kind of funky. He looked kind of weird. He looked kind of big headed, and I think it's just that visual illusion where he's got the high collar on his jacket and his neck looks scrunched in there. That makes his head look bigger. But once they on the live stream when they showed him, like, oh, he looks dope. Where's his backpack?
It's like you can't see the goggles in here. I mean, I guess maybe that's that's not the goggles, right? So people are like, "Oh, what? They didn't give him his goggles? Well, you got LASIK?"
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can't see that, and I'm not mad at the reuse, because I mean, I got this, but for regular people who don't want to buy Gridiron or hook them up, I mean, I could care less what they from Tony. I could care less of what Hasbro gives them, because I know who's going to give it to him the right way.
All right.
With accessories and all that stuff. I mean, but that's smart to me. He's got the Alley Viper grapple gun, and he's got the shotgun that Johnny had told me that that's a Viper shotgun or a VEPR automatic shotgun he's got.
All right.
And there's his goggles, there's his hat. He looks dope in these pictures.
A dozen carabiners.
Yeah, there's his carabiners. He's a mountain climber. That's his. Don't show me him like that without his hat. It looks weird to me. But
there you go. Like this one.
That's cool. He's doing what he does. That's
so. Let me ask you, why do you think they didn't give just a backpack to this guy?
I don't know. They just maybe it wasn't in the budget. They always say. Everybody always seems to say, "Oh, it wasn't in the budget." Oh, that's a dope picture. But I don't know why he should have. He's a mountain climber. He needs gear to have, in his backpack. That was just a miss. But the rest is okay to mess with, So it doesn't look bad. I mean, we got the molded rope with shipwreck, So, and he can have whatever he wants on his T-shirt. He has a T-shirt on. So, and he is from Idaho. So
from Idaho. I'm gonna wait until we get it in hand. Like I want to see it in hand. But yes, I want to put Alpine next to Quick Kick, next to Bazooka, like you did on IG. Let me,
I've got my Alpine next to Quick Kick and Bazooka. I've since customized that Quick Kick into like a tactical version of himself. So I mean, I didn't really care for Quick Kick at first, but once I made him with different gear, I started liking him. And I know it's just in the old school nostalgia. Yeah, see, but in that one I haven't done it to Quick Kick yet. But yeah, he didn't bring enough fudgy bars for everybody. Yeah, I better.
Once again, quick. Visit Tony's_figs on Instagram. You should be following. It's super dope. Really great stuff. And check out his latest and greatest videos on YouTube's. I guess is your YouTube on here? Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, and then I'm just having there's the new vid. The new vid's up with showing you, talking about Alpine and the Gridiron mountaineering loadout.
Yeah.
Stuff if you want to pick it up.
Been uploading videos for a little bit.
Yeah, this is great stuff. So definitely check out that. Once again, Gridiron Studios, gridironprops.com, Blackout, save 10% on this loadout and all the other loadouts, the combat dock loadout, the
enemy loadout. Yeah, all the stuff, all the good Gridiron gear that you can get. It's all 10% off right now. I'm gonna have to go pay to visit. But yeah, dude.
Shout out to Oz, shout out to Toy Network. Look, man, it's been a great Yojo June. I love all these figures. I went ahead and I grabbed all of them. The Iron Grenadiers, I was like, I'm just gonna get one. I don't really feel like troop building right now. Lie.
Yeah, me neither.
Like, I'm missing out on Joe Fest. I'm probably gonna end up grabbing that compendium on Skybound Kickstarter to make up for it. But you are going to Joe Fest. I didn't have time to prep a slide for that, so whoops, that's double dumbass on me. Oh wait,
What?
got your IG here. Hold on a second. Yeah.
Oh yeah, check it out.
I was like, I don't have a slide for this shit. All right, there we go. So
Damn
Joe Fest
slide.
June. Yeah, Saturday on the 22nd in Augusta Marriott. Dude, have a great time. Tell Baldy I said hi. Tell Lawrence I said hi. Tell Travis I said hi, even though I see Travis all the time because we're both in LA. And yeah, man, it's going to be a great panel. 5 to 6:30. Yeah, man. So just enjoy yourself. What are you looking forward to most at Joe Fest?
I mean, I don't know what we're doing. Travis hasn't let us know yet. Thank you, Travis. I'm just gonna show up, and you want to ask me questions? Let's go. Let's go. I'm all about the customs. I'm all about, upgrading your figure life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude.
Lawrence gonna be there. Zan's gonna be there. Be there with Travis. I'll more than likely be the referee in between the wrestling match between Punk and Travis, but I'll keep those little shits in line with Baldy. But nah, it's just it should be a lot of fun, man. I haven't ventured that far east yet, ever. Yeah. So
all right, the food is great.
Humidity. I'm not looking forward to it.
All right.
I'm not looking forward to the humidity. I'm gonna stay in AC.
Yeah. Make sure you stay hydrated for real.
Yeah,
stay hydrated.
I'm from a dry heat. I'm from AZ.
But I will say that being a part of the Joe community has been really great. It's been edifying, and just being able to customize something, make a Jinx, make an Alpine, make a Doc. Doc was one of the first customs I ever did, and it got me a lot of respect from folks. So I'm looking forward to doing even more. I've had to be handy with things because I had to just really be creative about what I was going to do next. I have a ton of fodder, and I can't wait to really kit bash some stuff, man. So it's going to be fun. Oh yeah, Pure Soul says definitely back the Kickstarter compendium. I just want to say really quick once again. He said to really pay attention. There's going to be some loadouts for that fair, not just an Apache chain gun, but some other stuff. They got some really great stuff. My mind is still blown, man. I'm like, man, what did I just see?
My mind is relaxed because he said everything I've been knowing for the past few weeks. Yeah. Okay, yeah, get over here and get on the show. So it's cool to be an outlet for him to say, hey, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. Then he get out of it fine. And I'm like, I can tell Tony's not gonna say nothing, but I mean, it's just a buddy, so it's cool.
Yeah, man. Once again, a special thank you to Mark Vuncannon of Gridiron for joining us. The homie 𝐁𝐥𝐚𝐤 for stepping by before he went right back to work. But yeah, Blackout. Use the code Blackout, save 10% on these great VAMP additions. These great upgrades. Roll cage, door gunner, driver's side, rear gunner, the roof rack, and of course the front end. Or be choosy. It's fine. It's a massive catalog. And once again, shout out to these Pelican case elite operators like John Wick. John Wick approves. He approves.
Yeah, man. These are no joke. They're crazy.
They're great.
Yep.
I never feel bad about any of the money I spend over at Gridiron, dude. It's like I always know what I'm getting. I always know it's going to be worth it.
Right.
And is there anyone anywhere else that you'd like to direct people besides IG, besides YouTube, that kind of stuff? We're not really doing shout outs yet. We're going to save that for Drome.
Yeah. The Drome shout out's going to come back. All the community love we're going to give. But yeah, just on Instagram, Tony's_figs, YouTube, Tony's Figs, Facebook, Tony's Figs. I'm in the Joe groups and the Marbled Legends groups. I'm messing around with some new love for McFarlane DC Multiverse. I had put up that the JLA I'm trying to complete, and then KJ knows.
Yeah,
I'm trying to complete the whole satellite era Justice League back how it was with 16 members. So it looks like McFarlane's trying his best to give us that. So
All right.
it's fun to get into a different line that I don't have to go too deep into,
All
and
right.
see the different customizers and YouTubers that do the DC stuff instead of the Marvel Legends stuff, instead of the G.I. Joe stuff. It's good to just be totally all out there, because there's a lot of people to learn from and a lot of cool techniques to pick up with all those figures, especially since I learned McFarlane figures are really easy to take apart and put back together, and they take paint very well. So it's a fun tinker time for Tony.
All right. And listen, I'm having a blast getting back up there, shooting the reviews. I'm going to put those back up on YouTube. It's been way too long since my last one. Goodness, it's almost been almost a year ago. I know I kind of don't want to think about it, but holler at me on Instagram, on Black Genghis. Once again, I have, I'm very proud of the checklist. It's been getting a lot of love. I try to keep this sucker up to date. I had a larger version to show off that I need to upload, so people want to see like the full version. That's just not up there yet, because it turns out doing this stuff is kind of time consuming, but it's worth it. You guys are worth it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it's just great seeing where the line is now, and like seeing all those retro carded figures together. It's just satisfying, Like, it's great that we have Saw Viper coming, Dialtone coming. I try to put up as much news and as much information as possible in these. So shout out to Terry Ruin, the Island Viper, who was on Toy Kind of Mood last night. He let us know about some of the leaks. He's a retailer himself, so he sells. So he was able to get a sneak peek at what's coming. So we got that Marine Sniper and that Halo Jumper coming for 60th anniversary to go along with his infantry and his recon diver. I got it all. I mean, shout out to the other checklists that are out there. Props to them. I'm pretty partial to mine, So
yeah,
I keep this up to date. And so hopefully it's been a while. It's been a while because I was waiting on the right moment. I was waiting for Yojo Junes to be like, all right, here's where the line where it's at right now, where it stands, taking it all the way back to that 00 Snake Eyes Deluxe from Toy Fair 2020. We're like, what is this? They're doing the 6-inch Joe? Are you for real? Let's see. We'll see. And look where we are. Yeah. So I'm very proud about that. Also, you're already here, Black Genghis YouTube. If you like what you see, please subscribe. And yeah, I got to get some more reviews up going there. It's like I said, I'm working on it. This shit ain't easy. Like, you got to slack here, man. Damn.
Gotta find the time to put this stuff up.
I appreciate that.
We like to be perfectionists around here.
Thank y'all very much. Johnny, holler at us, man. Me and Tony, we got something planned. So holler at us, okay?
Gun Bunny wants it.
happy birthday to Mr. Larry Hama.
Happy birthday. There he is.
Dude, we're gonna holler at you very soon, man. Like, we're gonna keep your Saturdays clear. Let's put it that way.
Terror Drome in effect.
Terror Drome in full effect, man. And Mr. Romo, I just want to say once again, thank you for joining me today. Thank you for joining me through all these years and all this stuff, man. And really for all the work you do for the community in Arizona and everything else. Thank you for that as well, sir. It is appreciated, even though those who benefit the most, they're not always able to show their appreciation because of the times that you're there. So thank you for that, and keep up the good work, man.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you.
All right, y'all. That was episode 8. Yeah. And have a great weekend. Enjoy your figs. Holler at a Toy Kind of Mood. Holler at Tony's Figs. This has been Black Genghis. Thank you very much for your time. And until then, have a great weekend, man. And show some love out there. Peace.
Peace.
An extended version of that,
Yeah, because every time you put it on, I'm like, I want to put that to some